Yo guys, Uberjack here with another video for you today, and this time we're discussing quite a decent topic, I think, and something probably a lot of you guys would have thought about at some stage, and that's whether you should be staying stationary after a trip if you haven't had one sent you already, or if you're just starting your shift, do you just stay where you are, turn your app on and wait and see what happens, or do you specifically do what I'm doing now and go hunting? I would call it, it's probably the best word, hunting for trips. And to be honest, I change what I do depending on a few things. So if it's really busy, it's like a Saturday afternoon, Saturday night, Friday night, even most nights in the week, say, usually you can turn your app on from your house and get a trip come through. So it takes it out of your hands when it's busy, because you'll just be going from job to job, usually getting a job while you're already on the job that you're doing. So it takes away a lot of that. Just putting my seatbelt on there, thank you for the reminder. But sometimes, like now for example, I just was sort of waiting about 3-4 minutes, didn't get anything. So I decided to start hunting, and what you'll want to be doing is heading towards known areas where you know there's always usually a high chance of trips, and for me that's just to head towards the city centre. Now what you can do as well, if you really want to go into detail with it, and I did used to do this quite a bit at the start, I don't anymore, but you can also open up the passenger app and see where drivers are. So let me just do that now to show you guys. So look, this is where I am, and that's where all the cars there are. So there's a lot of competition in that area for a quiet time of the day and week. It's just a Tuesday, middle of the afternoon, middle of the day, coming up to 1 p.m. So yeah, as you can see, it's going to be tough for me to get a trip there. As I'm coming out this way though, during my hunt, and I didn't even know where the cars were positioned, I just took the usual route that I would take. I'm heading away from those 3 cars that you can see there. Yes, there's another 2 to my left over there and 1 in front of me. This is common, this is not uncommon to see that many cars, but you want to just keep heading away from the other vehicles, but also not away from them to a quiet area, but away from to a busy area where there might be other cars, but there's a larger chance of trips where you're heading. So hopefully that explains it. And as you can see, there's a lot of cars in this area. This is Studentville, as we would call it. There's a lot of students that reside around these areas, hence why there would be a lot of cars. These guys know that there's trips likely to be available in these areas, and that's why they're there. So a lot of them look like they're parked up or slightly moving, but I'm just going to keep going forward here towards the busier city centre, away from Studentville, as we like to call it. Let's just see as a tester if this brings us any trips. But while I'm doing that, guys, let me know, what do you like to do? What do you find works? So to sum what I usually do up is I'll wait for a little bit. Say I'm already mid-shift and I've just done a trip, dropped off, and I don't have a trip already planned. There we go. It's back the way I just came, unfortunately, but I will still take it anyway. So imagine you've just done a trip and you don't have another one coming up. What I like to do is wait for a little while, I'm talking like under 5 minutes, just in case something is going to come up where I don't need to move. I'll do that, and then if nothing, then I'll start the hunting and the driving around. Now if you get to the city centre and you don't find any trips still coming up, you can decide to find somewhere to park, safe to do so and legal, obviously, in the city centre, or at a busy hotspot that you've decided to go to. Or if you don't want to do that, you can just keep sort of circling the city centre, which is what I do a lot of the times, to be honest with you, and find it the most the thing that works the most while I'm there. So it is a debate, I think, and a lot of guys will have different opinions on it. Of course, the downside of hunting is you burning fuel or mileage on the vehicle, and the upside of it is you are actually more likely to get a trip than if you just stayed still. And if you're staying still for like 20 minutes at a time, that is not going to work for you guys. You don't want to be wasting time of your day, during your day. You need to be getting the customer in the vehicle. You don't start making money till that customer's in the car and your wheels are rolling. Just remember that all the time. Yeah, so hopefully that clears up what I do, and if people want to sort of discuss that further, please do in the comments. I just want to I'll also just take this time to thank everyone that has subscribed to the channel. New subscribers, old subscribers, you guys are really great and keep this channel alive, because if nobody was watching any of the videos I do, certainly I wouldn't be doing them. And yeah, so guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.